Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the notes that are on the guitar and how you can understand them better. Basically, the open strings, as you probably already know, are E, A, D, G, B, and E again. Basically, the important thing to know, really, is that there aren't any sharps and flats between B and C and E and F. So, as you go up the neck of the guitar, fret by fret, other than those intervals, you'd have a sharp or a flat. For example, because there's no sharps or flats between E and F, you have your open E string, which is of course is E. Then you have directly an F, and then after that you'll have an F sharp, then it'll go to G, then after G, G sharp, and so on, until of course you get to B, which is at the 7th fret here, then it'll be C, which there's no sharps or flats between B and C, or E and F. And on the 12th fret of the guitar, as you can tell, this is where the octave up of what the open strings would be is found. So basically, on the 12th fret here, whatever your guitar is tuned to, that's what the notes are going to be, but an octave up. So we have E an octave up, A an octave up, D an octave up, G an octave up, B an octave up, and E again an octave up. Again, following the pattern with the open string with E, you can have the same with A. You have A, then the next note would be A sharp, or you can perceive it as B flat. It depends upon the context, really. If A is the note you start with, you then think of the next note as A sharp. But if you started with B, which is on the 2nd fret, you would think of the note below that as B flat. So we have an A, an A sharp, a B, then directly a C, because there's no B sharp or C flats, then a C sharp, then a D, then a D sharp, then an E, then an F, because there's no E sharp or F flat, even though in music notation you can write F if you wanted to as an E sharp. And the same with E, you can write that as F flat if you wanted to. It all depends on the context. We then next have an F sharp, a G sharp, and then an A again, an octave up. Again with the D string, we have D, D sharp, E, then an F, because directly there is no E sharp or F flat, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, then the C again, C sharp, then D. With the G string, you have G sharp, A sharp, B, then C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F sharp, then G. With the B string, the next note will be C, then C sharp, then D, then D sharp, then E, then directly an F, then an F sharp, then a G, then a G sharp, then an A sharp, then a B. And with the high E string, it's exactly the same as the low E string. You have an E, the next one's an F, then an F sharp, then a G, then a G sharp, then an A, then an A sharp, then a B, then a C, then a C sharp, then a D, then a D sharp, then a high E again. And basically everything that you can take from the 1st fret to the 12th fret, you can apply the same knowledge from the 12th fret to the 24th fret. It's exactly the same, it's just an octave up, and of course smaller frets. So that's it basically. Every note on the guitar, it's not really that difficult to understand or to go by. All you've got to basically remember is there's sharps and flats in between the whole notes, and except for the E and the F and the B and the C, it's not really that sort of difficult. A lot of guitar players just sort of completely just ignore knowing what notes they're playing and just go by, oh, it's the 6th fret on that string. But then again, that's not fully understanding what you're doing. You might be playing some notes, but you're not fully knowing, what you're doing. It's kind of like speaking without knowing how to spell the words that you're saying. You might be able to, say it, but then again, you can't write down what you're doing. So it's better to understand just, what notes are on the guitar, and just to know that there's no sharps and flats between E and F and B and C is really all there is to it. But then, of course, you can write E as F flat if you really wanted to, and the same with B. You can write that as C flat. It all depends on the context of what you are doing. So that's basically it.